What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comments section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Welcome in, baby. PropsMadeEasy.com. It's the website we'll be using for this, obviously. I mean, no surprise. Props Made Easy is the best player prop site that you could use in the industry, and it's only $15 per month. Not only does it take it advantage of being partnered with one of the bigger sports data companies in the entire industry, but it also helps you to it also compares those lines to sportsbooks so you can see where not only you can find value, but where that value makes sense off of analytics and projection as well, and you can make sure that you're not playing a side of a line that's been inflated by maybe not so smart people pushing it one way. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get straight into it for the day. PropsMadeEasy.com. If you haven't tried it before, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, you try it and then you don't like it, and you had a membership for $15 that month. You know what I mean? Like, worst case scenario, you decide not to renew for the second month and you're out $15. But guess what? If you use Props Made Easy, just like most of the people in here, I was having a meeting with some of the guys from Props Made Easy yesterday, and one of the most amazing parts about it is that it is growing rapidly and nobody is leaving. The only unsubscriptions from Props Made Easy are the people who don't have $15 in their account when it goes to renew, which is wild. The only people unsubscribing from Props Made Easy are the people who don't have $15 in their accounts when it goes to renew, and that's the only reason it's unsubscribed. And that was pretty amazing to see yesterday. Um, Not amazing that people don't have $15, but amazing the fact that nobody's unsubscribing. Everybody loves it, and that's a great sign. That's a great sign that we're doing the right thing and everything's working good and everybody's doing well. So let's just go ahead and keep it up, man. All right. If you haven't tried it yet, propsmadeeasy.com. Make sure you tell all your friends, you're not a good friend unless you tell your friends. If your friends are player prop bettors, unless you get them on propsmadeeasy.com, you're not a good friend. Okay. Unless you're letting your family members who love player props get on propsmadeeasy.com, you're not a great family member either. Anyway, man, happy Friday, y'all. We made it. Let's go ahead and get into the picks, man. So, as you can see, I'm on the NFL tool. Immediately when you get on the NFL tool, plus EV plus projection will be highlighted. But I want to take it a step further and make sure every plus EV plus projection play that I'm looking at is also plus game script. So I'm going to check plus game script. Plus game script, if you're new here, I'm just going to really quickly brush up on it. The game script model is where it kind of lowers your player pool even more. So when you first get on here, all you're going to see is plus EV plus projection guys. These are all guys that not only have plus expected value, which is plus EV, meaning their value comparative to other sports books, but projection also has it on the same side of that. So let's say another sports book is like sports books are 5 yards higher on Brock Purdy than Prizepicks is. So that's plus EV on the over on Prizepicks because of how low Prizepicks is. And then our projection is 242. So both sides are on the same side, right? So that means it's plus EV plus projection. Now, with plus game script, it lowers that player pool even more. And make sure you're looking at plus EV plus projection plays, but also players that are only in spots that game script makes sense. So either they're a neutral game script where it's not game script's not going to be much of a factor. They're going to be going back and forth, and it's going to be a competitive matchup. Or a team is from behind, and they're going to have to throw a lot, so their passing script, as you can see with Sam Howell, right? With Sam Howell right here, for passing yards, PME pick likes the over. As you can see, he's here for the game script plus. Now, if we take a look at that game for Washington against Philly, Washington is on the road and 8.5 underdogs. What would that tell you? That means Washington's going to be playing from behind, and it's going to be an extremely pass-heavy game script for Washington. Okay? So that's why the PME pick, and PME already, if you undo game script, Sam Howell is already an over pick. Okay? So it doesn't like make a player a pick just because of game script. It just limits your player pool down to, okay, yeah, this guy was already an over, and his game script matches, so here you go. You know what I'm saying? So Sam Howell is one of the guys I really, really like when looking at game script, looking at plus EV plus projection. Not only are other sportsbooks higher on Sam Howell, but projection is as well. It's a 4 sportsbook differential and a 6.4 projection differential. Great spot for Sam Howell's passing yards. The Eagles, outside of this last game they just played, have struggled a bit in their secondary. So I think Sam Howell is going to be able to do okay here. The Commanders aren't bad. They're 2-1 this year. They're really not bad. So Sam Howell playing from behind an extremely pass-heavy game script is popping as a solid play. Um, Zach Wilson is gonna be game script most times, but he's also been a big EV projection guy lately as well, and he hasn't came through yet. But the situation is good here, man. Playing from behind, going against Kansas City, passing yards is only at 174.5, and as I keep reiterating, yes, I didn't add Zach Wilson just because Zach Wilson's up here. I'm not going to add Zach Wilson to all my slips. You feel what I'm saying? Just because he's Zach Wilson and he's not good. But remember, we don't need him to be great. His prize picks line is only 174.5 in a situation where he's going to be behind and maybe throwing 40 times. Who knows? So Zach Wilson's over is popping as a game script plus EV plus projection play. But Sam Howell is the number one guy that I really like for passing yards there. And then when it comes to other prop types, Christian Kirk's receiving yards is looking real good. When it comes to game script for this game, it's a very neutral game script. It's a close spread, so both games are just going to be playing how they normally would. We already like the over on Christian Kirk, 49.5 on Prizepicks, 51.5 on other sportsbooks. That's a 2 sportsbook differential, but also projected 58.6 receiving yards, a 9.1 projection differential. All right, so the spot is great for Christian Kirk's receiving yards over. I'm super excited for that game tomorrow, man. I'm excited for that showdown tomorrow, man, to be able to watch it in Andy's room. I don't know who's going to be watching it in that or if you think that's stupid, but I think that's going to be pretty cool. Watching it with my son is going to be a pretty cool experience. Getting him to see the animated version of it will be really cool to see. So excited to watch that with him. But yeah, Christian Kirk's over receiving yards is in a great spot there. Rushing yards, Jerome Ford is looking good for his rushing yards spot here. Cleveland is favored to win, but the game script's more of a neutral script because it's only a 2.5 spread. But yeah, this is kind of a slow-paced, methodical game right here. Neither team plays incredibly fast. I could see both teams really leaning on the run. Jerome Ford is 48.5 on Prizepicks, 50.5 on other sportsbooks, which is a 2 sportsbook differential on the over, and then projection of 56.5. So I really like that spot for him as well. It's definitely a good position for that play. All right. Other receiving options, honorable mentions, Terry McLaurin playing from behind paired up with Sam Howell makes sense. Michael Pittman Jr., Joe Mixon, all these guys are solid options that you can get exposure to. All right. College football. So, looking at college football, we have Luke Altmaier as the number one option. He's a -7 sportsbook differential compared to some overs, the highest over being 5. Luke Altmaier's passing yards, we like his under PME pick. If you're ever in doubt of what is liked by PME, you can always look under PME pick. That's why we have it here to make it simple for you. Under 213.5 on Prizepicks. His line's 206.5 other places, which is a -7 sportsbook differential, which is significant. So Luke Altmaier's passing yards under is very good value. Get that before that bumps anywhere. The best over would be over on Devin Leary's passing yards, 224.5 on Prizepicks, 229.5 on other sportsbooks, a 5 sportsbook differential there. So over on Devin Leary and under on Luke Altmaier would be the best options. And then you have Malik Carr's receiving yards over, LJ Martin's rushing yards over looks good. Those are 4 sportsbook differentials. And then you've got a good bunch of unders here as well. There's some solid amount of unders on the slate this week. That are solid options. But the main 2 is Luke Altmaier under I really like and Devin Leary's passing yards I really like. When it comes to MLB, at the top of the list, we're going back to the well on Cedric Mullins, man. He let us down last time, but Cedric Mullins is a very talented player, and I think he should be able to hit this total bases. Anytime that total bases is there, we're going to like it, especially when Vegas is on the over at -145. So that's going to be bumped quick, so get that quick, or taken off the board quick. Get that as soon as you can. Shout out to everybody who comes and watches the video ASAP and is able to get these in before they bump. A lot of people come in too late and they're like, oh, he's not even on the board. Yeah, because you didn't get in time. But it is what it is. Cedric Mullins is not only -145 on the over 0.5 total bases, but a projection of 1.2, a 0.7 projection differential for Cedric Mullins. And then let's see. What else do we have on tap for us? Let's go over on Matthew Batten. So let's go over on a couple total bases. Over on Matthew Batten's total bases of 0.5. Vegas is on the over at minus 140, which is significant. 0.96 projection is 0.46 projection differential. So over on Matthew and then over on Cedric Mullins, both total bases of 0.5. First inning runs. Taking a look at first inning runs, the best over is going to be the Yankees and the Royals, and the best unders are going to be the Cubs, Brewers, Athletics, and Angels. Soccer, remember y'all, I had somebody hit me up and was like, man, it's unfortunate there's no soccer plays. There is. You just uncheck plus EV plus projection. There aren't any plus EV plus projection soccer plays because with soccer, well, sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. With soccer, the lines are very tight. You know what I mean? Like the lines are extremely tight. A lot of times it's hard to find plus EV spots on soccer. But if you want to look at the plus projection spots, you could do that. Uncheck this and you can see the plus projection spots pop up there. All right? League of Legends, nothing. CSGO. At the top of the list for CSGO, we have Just for Movie Star Riders, map 1 and 2 kills. PME likes the over. 32 on Prizepicks, 33.5 on other sportsbooks, a 1.5 sportsbook differential on the over. Projection of 36.93, a 4.93 projection differential. So over on Just is a very solid option. And then we're going to go another over. Let's stick with the overs. Let's go over on Gym Fat. Map 1 and 2 headshots. 17 on Prizepicks, 18.5 other places. A 1.5 sportsbook differential. Projection of 19.61 to 2.61 projection differential. So over on Gym Fat's headshots. Over on Just map 1 and 2 kills. Tennis, nothing. MMA, nothing. Dota, nothing. Valorant, nothing. WNBA. For WNBA, the top play would be Satu Sabali, points and rebounds. PME likes the over. It's 23 on Prizepicks, 23.5 other places. So you're getting value on Prizepicks as of right now. It's 0.5 sportsbook differential. And then she's projected 26 points and rebounds, which is a 3 projection differential. All right, so over on that one is going to be the best play that we have available to us. The next best option, I mean, you can go any of them. They're all fine. But the number one play that I would add into my slips is Satu Sabali's points and rebounds. Is a good spot. Let's do a recap. For NFL, looking at game script and everything. Oh, did Homeboy get taken off of here? What's his name? Did Harold... What's his name? Sam Howell get taken off here already? Wow. Sam Howell got bumped during this video. All right, well, since he's gone, Christian Kirk is looking good at the top for receiving yards. Jerome Ford's over for rushing yards. Terry McLaurin's receiving yards. We can still get Terry McLaurin as a value, even though Sam Howell is out. Terry McLaurin not out of the game, but we can't play his prop. It's not his prop isn't plus game script plus EV plus projection anymore. So that must have been adjusted while we've been recording. But over on Christian Kirk's receiving yards, over on Jerome Ford's rushing yards, both look fine. Look like solid options. Man, it's so important to constantly refresh props made easy, man, and consistently get these values in before they get bumped, man. All right, for college football, over on Devin Leary's passing yards and then under on Luke Altemeyer's passing yards. For MLB, over on Cedric Mullins' total bases, and then we're going to grab the over on Matthew Batten's total bases. First inning runs, over on the Yankees and Royals, under on the Cubs, Brewers, Athletics, Angels. And then for soccer, nothing. CSGO, we have over on Just map 1 and 2 kills, and then over on Gym Fat map 1 and 2 headshots. For tennis, nothing. WNBA, the best play would be Satu Sabali, points plus rebounds. All right? Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. PropsMadeEasy.com, you already know. If you're interested in getting involved in daily fantasy sports, my company, GreenlightDFS.com. If you're interested in getting in the DraftKings, FanDuel, that good stuff, and get into lineups and stuff and have that upside. We just won a customer last weekend, 25 grand. Last night, a customer using our Greenlight Optimizer won 16,000 on the showdown. So yeah, man, we've got awesome content over at greenlightdfs.com to help you win big potential money. Obviously, there's no guarantee it's going to happen because it's betting, but we can put you in the best spots to be successful, and that's the most important part. And yeah, that's it. To go to my DFS content site, greenlightdfs.com, you can find that under DFS content at propsmadeeasy.com. I also put my favorite prize picks every day if there's good, solid enough value on the board. I don't post if there's not good enough value, but most days I'm able to find good enough value to go ahead and post for y'all. to add as well to the content that you get by joining at greenlightdfs.com. So if you haven't tried DFS before, definitely try it with Greenlight. And yeah, man, propsmadeeasy.com for your player props, baby. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.